Cecil Global and African Diaspora News Channel presents the Ghana Luxury Property Tour. It will be a 8-day tour coming to you starting October 1 through October 8, 2023. Now, you enjoy a 5-star stay at a hotel, the finest properties in Ghana. You connect with industry professionals. You will also visit cultural landmarks, have a meet and greet with the team, and so much more. Make sure that you go to the description box below and hit that link just to sign up. Well, the Looney Tunes representative, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Black people, she has a message for you, and I want you to just hear exactly what she says to you and me. But let's go ahead and roll that.
Want our statues taken down in our country, I don't think you remove or erase history. So I do agree those statues shouldn't be taken down. They're part of our history. We should learn from our history. We don't erase it. But that doesn't make me a racist because I say leave the statue up there. If I were Black people today and I walked by one of those statues, I would be so proud because I'd say, look how far I have come in this country. Look how far my people have, what they have overcome. And these are good things.
So let's get this straight, Miss Looney Tunes. Me as a Black man and other Black men in America and other Black women, we should be proud to look at statues of people that had my ancestors enslaved. People that violated the women, the little girls, the little boys, and even the men. We should be proud to see a statue of that, okay? We should be proud to see a statue of men who had our ancestors beaten for any little thing. We should be proud of statues of people who created breeding farms so they can create more slaves and they banned the importation of slaves. We should be proud of that. That's what we should be proud of. Now, we don't have the sick rabbit mind that you have, and those of you who think like you, who really revere pedos and violators and deleters, and we don't revere that as a people, because we are a godly people, even though we have strayed off the path, unfortunately, by being around the white supremacists for too long. But for the most part, our people still have a godly mind to say we don't revere that. We revere people who fought for people like a Malcolm X. You know, we revere people like Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. We revere people, you know, like a Dr. Amos Wilson. See, a few people that we revere like that. Understand? Marcus Garvey. None of those people have that kind of history. Do you understand how sick and demented you are to honor the people that you're honoring? Like you don't get why that's an issue and problem? Like y'all, in y'all rabbit mind, it doesn't, hey, that's just something they did. It's just one of those things. And why should my people be proud and say, look how far we came? We really haven't came far at all. We don't control anything in America. We don't own anything in America. So where do we really progress to? Sure, y'all may let us have a few more jobs today than what we had back at one point in time. We make a little bit more money today than we did back then, but at any given moment, our life can be taken. It don't matter what position that we're in. So how far did we really come? Oh, you mentioned Barack Obama. What, the president that didn't do nothing for Black folk? He actually did more for y'all, not us. So what are you talking about? We have not really advanced much at all in America. If we really advanced in America, look, how is it that you want your see, it's interesting. You want to keep your statues, but you don't want your history really taught. That's the funny part. People in your party are fighting to not teach your history because your history is so horrible that you don't want it taught. You want a statue in one instance, but don't want your history taught. Listen, if you want your statues, hey, whatever, do you. But let's have your history completely, the whole history taught, and taught by Black people. All your history. Let it be taught in every school in America, every college course. Teach the real history of what your ancestors have done to my ancestors and other Black Americans' ancestors. Why don't we teach that, Marjorie? But see, you don't even want it taught because you embarrassed by it too. Now, me personally, when it comes to the statues, you could take them down, you could leave them up. I don't care. Because if you take down a statue, it doesn't change white supremacy. It's still going to be there. I'd rather take down white supremacy, not a statue. Because statue not hurting me. Your Confederate, whatever you got going on, I don't care. I'm not going to go nowhere near it, and I'm not going to be anywhere around it. And if I want to erect a statue of Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, I erect a statue of her. Leave her statue alone if I erect one. I definitely would like to get, when we build our studio, which that's, definitely in my plans, I want to have some of the greats in our studio. Even if I can we can create a short, like the bust, you know what I mean by the bust, the head, and look the little section like that. I would love to have something like that in our studio. As people walk in, they can see some of the greats that have really inspired some of the work that we have done here. That's definitely would be in my plans. And I wouldn't want nobody messing with that, but that would be on our private property. So that would be totally different. But yeah, this woman crazy. This woman is so crazy. She is crazy. It's amazing like what them folks want to represent them. Remember, she represents them folks. She don't represent us. But let me know what y'all think about, this silly woman, because she is completely silly. And we all know she got white supremacist ideals.